guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shantel. Today I am going to be doing a devotional for girls. So this is a devotional book for girls. I'm super excited because I'm trying to spread Christianity all around the world, because I'm trying to spread Jesus, because when the rapture comes, we need everyone to hear Jesus' word, and so that's what I'm trying to do today. So stay tuned till the end of the video, and don't forget that you guys subscribe as well. I would really enjoy that. And yeah, let's just get on with this story. This story is about if like your friend, if your friend is mad at you that you did something and they won't forgive you. Like, this is a story to help you to forgive, give second chances, third, or even fourth chances. I know it's going to be hard to do that, but you have to give second, third, and fourth chances because people make mistakes and you have to forgive them. So let's read this story. It's called Do the Crime, Do the Time. Kylie, I said I'm sorry like 100 times. What else can I do? Come on, call me back. Kylie listened to the message from her best friend, well, former best friend. In fact, she listened to it over and over, then deleted it. She was not going to call Maggie back. She and Maggie had been best friends since first grade. They were always together. They liked the same things, laughed at inside jokes, and finished each other's sentences. Kylie had trusted Maggie completely. Then one day, Kylie heard another friend blabbling one of her secrets. Kylie hadn't told anyone except Maggie, so Kylie immediately shut Maggie out of her life, and no matter how much Maggie apologized and begged for forgiveness, Kylie refused to even talk to her. In Kylie's mind, it made perfect sense. Maggie had broken her trust and she would not get a second chance. Kylie wasn't big on forgiveness, unless she was the one who needed forgiving. She didn't seem to make the connection that she made mistakes and needed her friends to forgive her, and that her friends made mistakes and they needed her forgiveness too. The thing about Kylie, and pretty much anyone who's unwilling to forgive others, is that everything is all about her. Let's be honest, some things are easier to forgive than others. When you're faced with one of those hurt that is hard to get over, you know, when it feels like someone has kicked you in the stomach and you can't even catch your breath, that's when you need supernatural power to be able to forgive. Assuming you aren't a superhero, where will you get that power from? Fortunately, we don't have to dig up that kind of power from somewhere inside ourselves. It comes from God. Remember that God commands you to love others. Well, you can't love and hold a grudge at the same time. So, to be obedient to God, you definitely need His strength to forgive those who have hurt you. Through His grace, you can offer them a second, third, or fourth chance, or however many they need. It's not easy, no kidding, but you'll be glad you did it. So, Kylie and Maggie, Kylie and Maggie got in a big fight, and someone told us one of her secrets, and now Kylie's mad at Maggie because she told one of her secrets, so now she's like, I'm never gonna call her back. Like, she's not my friend anymore. You know, all that stuff happens all the time, but we have to forgive them. Even though we've gave them a second chance, you have to give them fourth and fifth chances. You have to keep giving them chances. Because think about how many times you made mistakes. You probably made more mistakes than that person. So, like, making mistakes is natural, but what you have to do is you have to ask God for that superpower that you can forgive them. Say, God, please let me not make this go down in a fight. Make this be good, you know, have a good conversation with them, work it out, give them a second chance. You know, that's what you got to do. You got to really work with God to help that person, because I know, like, it hurts, like someone hurts you and it's hard to forgive them, but you have to ask God, not ask God for forgiveness, but ask God to help you forgive them, because I know sometimes it's really hard to forgive other people, but we have to do it because we have to give second, third, and fourth chances. So in this case, Kylie needs to forgive Maggie, and she needs to call her back and they can be friends again, because apparently Kylie's really mad that she gave one of her secrets, which I would be really mad if someone gave my secret too. Like, one of my friends, Olivia, like, if she gave one of my secrets, I'd be like, seriously, you told someone? And I'd probably be really mad at her for a couple days. But you know what? I'd ask God to help me forgive her, because I love her. She's my best friend. And, like, I mean, we're not going to be mad at each other for forever. We've got to make up sometime. So I'm just going to ask God for forgiveness and move on. Like, okay, they know my secret. Well, oh well, I've got to forgive Olivia anyways, so I'll just have to forgive her and move on. And sometimes that's really hard to do, but you've got to pray. You really got to pray to God to help you do that. So, let me find, okay. So after we read this story, we have checkup. So, on a scale of 1 to 5, how are you at forgiving? So, the first question, I willingly give my friends another chance when they hurt me. Out of 1 and 5, how is that? So, I willingly give my friends another chance when they hurt me. Mine is probably a 3 or 4 because I know it's like super hard to forgive them, and you're like, oh my gosh, they literally just did that and they hurt me so bad, like I'm not giving them another chance. It's hard to do that, but you've got to do it. Gotta do it because like you've got to make up somehow. You got to forgive. Like, God loves you, and He forgives you every time you say, sorry, God, please forgive me. He forgives you, right? Like, that's like the greatest comparison. Like, when you do something, when you sin, you ask God for forgiveness, right? So, when you hurt someone, or if someone hurts you, you have to ask them for forgiveness. And that person should accept it. That person should be like, okay, I'm giving you another chance, but don't do it again. So that's how God is. He's like, okay, I'm giving you another chance, but make sure you don't do it again. And if you do it again, you ask Him for forgiveness again, of course He's going to accept that. He's going to accept the apology, and He's going to, you're going to move on. But you have to ask Him for forgiveness if you get hurt or anything like, not if you get hurt. If you sin, then you've got to ask Him for forgiveness. But if someone hurts you, you've got to take that chance to accept the apology. Because I know it's going to be really hard to accept it, but you've got to do it. Because that's just how God wants us to treat others. He wants us to love others. And so that's how we should treat them. So I think we should really forgive everyone, and don't give out secrets. If your best friend says, can you keep the secret? Hey, can you keep the secret for me? Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone, okay? Don't go blabbering. Don't have a blabber mouth and go tell everyone in the school. But if you do accidentally slip it out of your mouth to someone, then you need to ask them for forgiveness, like you would ask God for forgiveness. Okay, so next question. I give people the opportunity to apologize and explain their actions. Oh, you really need to do that. You need to give people opportunities to explain it. You don't need to be like, no, I'm not letting you talk because you did this and that. You know how they fight. And then that person's like, no, but let me explain. And you're just like, no, because you were a bad friend and you told my secret and blah, blah, blah. It becomes a big argument. So you need to give them a chance to speak and explain. If it doesn't make sense, then just work it out. Just, don't try to argue with them. Just say, okay, I understand. I know you messed up and I forgive you. That's exactly what you should say. If they mess up, you should say, okay, I understand that completely, 100% understand that, and I forgive you, and I forgive you and accept your apology because I know you made mistakes and that was an accident. So you should forgive them at all times and be nice to your friends. And I forgive others even when it is hard. Okay, that's a good one. I forgive others even when it is hard. And when it's really hard, it's hard to forgive others. But out of 1 and 5, comment down below or just think about it in your head. You don't even got to comment. Just think about it in your head. How you forgive others when it's hard on a scale of 1 to 5. If you are 5, then you're good. If you're all 5s on this, then you're really good. But be honest with yourself, okay? And don't be like, oh, I'm a 5 on this and that. But be honest with yourself and, okay. I ask others to forgive me when I hurt them. Yes, that's a 5 for me. Because every time I hurt someone, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And then they're like, oh, it's fine, But if you hurt someone, not physically, punch them. I mean, if you do punch them at school or something, then say sorry. But if you emotionally hurt them, then you need to say sorry to them because that's a big deal. And, you're like, oh my gosh, maybe I just ruined my friendship with them. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. But then you need to ask them for forgiveness. And if they decline your apology, then they're just you just need to pray for them, because if they decline your apology, then that's not very good, because God always accepts our apologies. So, yeah. So that's all I have to ask you guys and read you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget that you guys subscribe and drop a like. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!